Fed did this hoe.
Get him, Simba.
Got here. Right here. It's a three-way. This is magical for marsh fishing. There she is. Marsh speck. Yeah, that's the size you like there, huh, Simba? A little marsh trout. So what we're doing today is we are avoiding the crowds, coming to some secluded areas. We're fishing skinny ditches. We're just gonna be running ditches. When I say ditches, these are like the very skinny bayous that connect all of the duck ponds deep in the marsh. So when I look on a map, I try to go look deep into the marsh where a lot of ponds are around and try to find little ditches that are connecting the ponds. And when you do, you never know what you're gonna catch. You catch specks, bass, reds. That's what makes it so much fun. There's nobody around and you catch a multitude of species, and when you get bumped on the end of the line, you never know what it's gonna be. Big old largemouth. Big old largemouth bass right there. Gonna let him go anyway. That was a solid 2.5 pounder. Look what we got here. Look what we got here. Just like I said, you never know what you're gonna catch. Started off the morning with a trout, just missed a really nice bass. Now we got missed a flounder. Nice one too. Only problem is we're still in the time frame where you can't keep them. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. That's one of the best eating fish in Louisiana. But they've been very scarce in the last 10 years, I'd say. So they finally put, a lull on them right now in the fall, going into the winter, that you just can't keep them, and it is what it is. Maybe it'll help bring them back. But what we're fishing today is a really, really warm, late fall, early winter day. Got a t-shirt and shorts on. I got a sweater. It's a little chilly for the ride, but this is about as warm as it gets. And when you get a really pretty day like this, your community holes like the Bridges, Hospital Wall, Seabrook, Bayou Thomas, the places that are doing great holding fish, they're going to be extremely crowded. So when I know there's going to be a crowded day, I like to change it up, come push back in these ditches. I almost never see a boat, and these things are full of fish. I really like targeting these on a falling tide. But I came through the intercoastal today, the tide was screaming out, so I figured let's go do some ditch fishing, have some fun way in the marsh, and see what's going on back here, as I hadn't been out in the back in the marsh in a minute. Which You just want to focus on real narrow cuts like the one I'm in now. The deeper the ditch, push back in the marsh, typically the better it can be. What you're gonna have is a lot of, 2-foot duck ponds and flats all around. You get a hard falling tide like this, it'll suck them out of them flats and it'll drive them into the ditch. So you want the ditch to be anywhere. Oh, I missed him. Oh, he came back and grabbed it too. You want the ditch to be anywhere from 3 to 10 foot. Like, pull my pants down. What we're using today is light GoldenEye jig heads, quarter, 5/16, and we're using the triple laminate, the new Matrix 3X. 3X standing for triple laminate. That means there's a color on the top, a different color in the middle, and a color on the belly. So a lot of our regular Matrix shads are either just a single laminate, meaning one color, or a double laminate. But we just started making some triple laminates. They're beautiful baits. They work really good for all species. We just got them on a simply a 1/4 ounce or 5/16 GoldenEye jig head today, and we're just gonna bounce it on the bottom. And when we come across some of the flats, like if we're going from one ditch to the next, if I could see the bottom, I might get up on the stand, see if I can see a few reds. But for now, I'm just seeing what these ditches are holding. I come in here sometimes and it's all bass, sometimes it's all red, sometimes it's all trout. But most of the time, it's a mixture of all three. Look at this. Flounders. Ain't caught 2 flounders back to back in a long time. Another pretty one. These are nice, chunky, like 2-pounders. Good fish, but catch and release right now. Oh, heartbreaker. All right, we were using our pinkish one right there. The flounder, when I pulled him in the boat, he broke the line. So instead of tying that one back on, we're gonna use this bluish one. And it's got a purplish blue top, a gold band down the middle with like a pearl belly. Beautiful fish, putting it on that 5/16 GoldenEye. Let's put it to work. Rascal, whitey. So the first 4 fish, 4 different species: speckled trout, missed a nice bass, flounder, and now a white trout. So that's my point. When you come up here in these marsh ditches, you catch a little bit of everything. It's really fun. I mean, you can only do that in Louisiana, is catch all of those species and this different stuff, some freshwater, some salt, all in the same little ditch. A nice little marsh trout. Yes, sir. Got this on the purple one. Purple Patagonia. 3X shad, boy, they're sweet little lures. Having a lot of fun deep in the marsh here. So right before the last few clips, we were in a real skinny, tight ditch that had some slight S-turns in it. Now, right here, it's a 3-way. This is magical for marsh fishing. When you got 3 bayous meeting into one, and here's Mr. Redfish right here. But look, I don't want the red to pull me into that 3-way and the boat float over that and mess it up. So I'm gonna try to turn the boat get this fish out of there without causing too much disturbance. I mean, if you're on a nice trout bite like this, like we were, and a Mr. Redfish comes along, he very likely can bust up the trout bite for you, but can't complain about catching a red. But we went trout, flounder, white trout, and a bass mixed in there, which we missed. White trout, and now Mr. Red Dog. I mean, it's just so much fun coming back here and being able to catch a little bit of everything. Grab the net for this puppy. Beautiful red. Beautiful red. There she is. Nice slot. About a 6-pound slot. Catching a little bit of everything back in the marsh with that Matrix 3X shad, a triple laminate. Pretty one. All right, that red busted up that purple Patagonia, so we're gonna go back to the pink. Of course, I only got a couple of these in the boat. Let's go stay with the 5/16. This bayou feels a little bit deeper. If you're fishing 2 to 4 foot, I'd go with the quarter, 4 to 8, 5/16. And that's the 2 jig heads that I recommend when you're doing this ditch fishing like this here. Let's get back in on this 3-way. Got this beautiful 3-way right behind us. Hopefully that red didn't mess it up too much. See if we can get another fish out of here. You know, a lot of times when I do this kind of fishing, a popping cork, lights out for this. Highly recommend. One person trying to cork. Oh, there's another red. Oh, he got off. I had to drag set loose. That was another red. He tattooed it, boy. Cool, that was a bite. Anyway, I highly recommend one angler using a cork, one angler using the jig, but I'm not switching to a cork whenever I know there's flounder around. So I'm gonna stay with the jig in here because you're very rarely gonna catch those with the cork, and you put yourself in a much better opportunity jigging the jig on the bottom, you know. Just another species to bite. Beautiful red fish. Big old hammer. Big old hammer. Go ahead and release this one. Beautiful red. The red fishing's been awesome today. Let's tag and release this puppy. We got tag number 08745. Got her tagged right there. Let's let this one go. There she goes. Remember, recapture a fish with a blue matrix tag. Call the number that's on there. Win a prize from matrixshad.com. Just jigging that. As you can see, we're coming out the ditch into where it connects to the duck pond. So naturally, that's going to be shallower when you get into the pond. And a lot of times the trout or reds will school up right where the ditch meets the pond. You know, they'll be staging in that deeper water to ambush the stuff coming out the shallows or vice versa. And I'm sitting there jigging it, and I saw my lure kind of lift high because I'm only throwing it in 2 foot of water, and I saw the red come out of nowhere and just demolish it. It was awesome. That was a stud. a little bigger than that last one. There we go. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this episode of DockSide TV. We're going to close it out here using small GoldenEye, Black Platinum, Bullseye jig heads, a 1/4 to 5/16, using a brand new Matrix 3X Shad, a triple laminate, and we're just back here in the marsh having a blast, fishing some shallow flats, deep ditches, turning, winding ditches, three ways. I mean, a little bit of everything. It just blows my mind how many people are just glued to those community holes. And Louisiana's got all this marsh, and you pretty much have it all to yourself because there's so much of it. There's always a bayou or a ditch to try. It's a warm, early winter day. This is good from October all the way through January. This exact technique. Make sure to try popping corks too. But like I said before, we catching flounders today. I'm definitely staying with the jig, but we're gonna go ahead and close out this episode. Hope you enjoyed this one. You'll be getting some of those new 3X Matrix in your box and triple laminates. You'll get some, so make sure to subscribe to the Matrix bait box along with getting some of these smaller GoldenEye jig heads. Come out here and enjoy the Louisiana marsh, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Until next time, good fishing.